Hey y'all, Loretta and I here would like to welcome you back to our kitchen and another week's worth of meals. Here I chopped up some fresh cilantro, bell pepper, onion, and garlic, along with some sweet potatoes. Then I put a pound of ground pork in my skillet along with those vegetables besides the cilantro. And then I just mixed it up with the little chopper there. When it was about done, I added in a tablespoon of this Mexican seasoning that I get from Azure Standard. Then I added in the potatoes and gave that a good mix. Then after I got it all mixed in, I put the lid on and let it simmer on low for about 20 to 25 minutes until the potatoes were tender. Then I took the lid off and added the fresh cilantro on top, and also a little bit of mozzarella cheese, but as I have one dairy-free kid, we did that in our own bowls. This was very good, and I will link the recipe below. Next, I made a Mississippi-style roast in my crock pot along with some homemade mashed potatoes, and we ate it in a bowl just like that. I was tired that night, and I did not make any other additional sides. The next day, I got up and decided I'd bake some bread. So I made my whole wheat bread dough and made it into little rolls. Then I took a couple of avocados that needed to get used up and mashed them up in a bowl with a little salt and a little bit of lime juice. Microwaved a couple of potatoes there, and we had that with some rolls. And also I had a half a bag of spinach. I used that up. And in this pot, it's kind of dark, but that's the rest of the beef from the night before, and we served that over the potatoes. The following night, we had Mexican. I made tacos, and that's just regular taco meat on corn tortillas. On the inside, we added some pico de gallo and lettuce and cheese and homemade refried beans. After that, we had some chopped sweet potatoes and onions, and I just drizzled with olive oil and baked in the oven. And along with that, my husband put some steaks on the grill, and these are pork steaks. And it turned out really well. The pork steaks don't take that long if you have your grill nice and hot. And here's the finished plate. And yes, that is my plate, and yes, I like to dip my steak in ketchup. The last meal here is I took some Mexican seasoning along with some black and kidney beans, put them into my Instant Pot and let that cook. We probably should have added a little more salt. Other than that, they were great. Here's a finished plate of the beans with some rice and some fresh perch that my son and husband caught that day. And my husband fried those up. And that was our meat for the day. And that was our last meal that I'm sharing here. I'm ending my night with a cup of hot tea like I usually do, but I wanted to add in just a couple of pictures. This is my son with a nice fish that he caught. And here's the cooler full of fish that we ate for dinner and gave some away and got to put some in the freezer. Thanks for joining me today, and I hope you have a wonderful week.